Hello everyone, I'm Tom Palmer with Tom Palmer Custom Daisy Rifles, Moulder, Oklahoma. This is Saturday, November the 22nd, 2025. Got caught off, hit the wrong button over there on the pause, but I'm gonna pick up right where we was at. We come over to the BB gun shop, and we're gonna we're going to remove the front sight, and then we're gonna remove the shot tube. Okay, and I'll get you down here where I'll show you how I remove the front sight. It's got a notch right in behind there. See that notch down under there? This is, of course, this on the bottom side. And that notch right there. And I take my screwdriver and put it right there and just give her a whack or two, and it'll run out there where you can get a hold of it. It's out there, and then you can just pull it out. Okay, and then this is a tool I use to punch the shot tube loose, and we'll give it a couple of whaps. Okay, all right, we got that loose. Okay, and it falls. You got to take a stick and push it on down, because as far as you can go is with the loading gate with that other tool I had that I use. You just take this and you just ram it out. Yeah, she'll fall down and it won't come out. It hangs up in there. And let me see if I can leave that stick in there, because you're gonna need that in a minute. But let's see if we can get up in there where you can see. Okay, see in there where it fell down? It hits that it's that white thing up in there's your abutment, and you're loading your feed for the shot tube. Okay, well, it hangs up in there because it falls down. And what you got to do, you got to get a little pressure on that thing. If I can find it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Find it. Okay. 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 Sometimes you gotta have a longer stick. See if that thing, we might happen to come past that pin. I don't think it will. Sometimes they do. Let me get a longer rod. That one there's gonna be a little bit short. Okay. Okay, here we go. We'll get a longer rod. See if we can get down. Okay, it hangs up in there. Get that rod again and hold a little pressure on it. And it's hung up in there. Again, that, I don't know if I can do all this or not, but we'll try it. See. But yeah, you see it's hung up again that spring anchor pin. And so what you have to do is hold a little pressure on it and just take a screwdriver, let me back up here a little bit, and go down right through where the lever goes, and go in there right behind that, just push that down a little bit, and then it'll slip right on by. Sometimes it's a little harder than you think, but anyway, there you go. See, there you go. So there's a shot tube out. We'll have to cut it off a little bit later, but we figure out what length we want, so we'll do that. And okay, got that. Now we need to see how long we want. And this thing has got a number. It's got a BRD 18. I don't know what all that is right there on that bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not. I hope you can. Let's see. Let me find it myself. Okay, yeah, it's right there at the front. or the back, I should say. Well, there's a 18 right there. We're gonna cut this one off right in front of that 1 on the 18. So I'm gonna take my file and I'm gonna mark it so I know where I want to cut it off at. Okay. See, I put me a scratch mark on it there. See if you can see it down there. See that at 18? I'm right in front of the 1 of the 18 right there. That's how long this one's gonna be. Of course, they can vary. You can make them. You don't want to get too short, but this is about as long as I'll go. I do make some that's about a 1/2 inch shorter, but this one is gonna be. Let me measure it. It's usually right at 3 inches. I can get pretty close. This one's gonna be about 3.5. Okay, this is the long one. This is as long as I usually make them. About 3.5. Okay, so now we need to go over there and cut the barrel off, or the shroud, shot tube shroud, and where I've got it marked at right there. And so let me pause this. We'll run back over to the firearm gun shop and put this in the vise and whack it off. Okay, we're back over to the my firearm gun shop where I used to work on firearms. My vise and a lot of my tools, about everything's over here except my hand tools I use in the BB shop. But anyway, we're fixing to cut this off, and I'll turn you down here where you can see it. We got it, and it's gonna be about. You can just kind of watch. It's no big deal, but I'm just trying to lead people through this that may want to do this. I kind of hold my thumb behind that because I don't want that thing jumping backwards. It can go this way and it's not going to hurt nothing, but I don't want it to go backwards because I don't want to skin the paint up. You want to try to get this square as you can. Saves you a lot of file work because you got to get the end of that muzzle straight. Okay, looks like it's going to be pretty good. You can wrap a piece of tape around there for insurance, which don't hurt nothing. Matter of fact, it's pretty smart to do that. I'm just not very smart. Okay, we got that off. That actually don't look too bad. Get a file over here and find my handy dandy file. Where's my handy dandy file? I had it out this morning. That's probably the reason it's not there, because I had it out earlier. I don't even see it. I must have eaten the thing. Alright, we can use a round file. But anyway, that cut off. And you just take your round file some, go ahead and get the burrs out of the inside of the shot tube housing, and trying to see what I did to that other. And just take and go around outside of this, and say this is a painted one, so you don't want to mess nothing up. Get this down here so you can see what I'm doing. You can hear, but you can't see. See, on this magazine tube, see how long I left. You can make it a little longer. You could even make it a little shorter if you wanted to. You know, you can make it a little bit longer, or you can make it shorter. You make it come plumb out near the end. You can just make that any length you want it. Okay. Okay, that feels pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of firework, but I can do that later off camera and get that kind of squared up. And next thing I want to do, how long is the video going? It's 10 minutes already right there. Let's go over here while I'm out here in the shop. This will be the last thing I'll need to do over here. Hang on. I'll try not to drop you in the floor. We're going to make the slot for the front sight. And so I'm going to turn you down here, and you can kind of watch what I do. I'll try to get it out of the way. Okay, and up here on this, see this? I hope you can see this line. Let me get it up here where I can kind of see too. Oh yeah, you can see that line. See that line right there? I cut on the inside of that, you know, or you can take the line out as far as that goes. You can take the line out, but you just don't want to go much on either way. If you just take the line out, that's a good deal. And then we got to go back so far. I forget how far it is, but we'll check it out here in just a minute and see. But anyway, let's cut that out, and then we'll go from there. Let's see if you can. Maybe you can see, I hope. Okay, let's do a little measuring here and see what that needs to be. And this, I just measure this front right here. Just take and dial indicator, stick it there and there, and it shows it needs to be about just a hair over 5/8 of an inch, 660 thousandths. So we'll leave that there and see how far I've went so far. Okay, I'm gonna measure that back. So I need to go back to right about there, about that. Oh no. Then I just take the O out of it. Okay. Okay. Of course, I didn't show you, but you just measure the width. The width on this right here, and that's 320 thousandths. And so you just put it up here, and this in here is just about 340 or so. So that's fine, not a big deal. We got our length, so now I'm gonna take and cut it off back here, and we'll clean it up. Okay, just kind of cut it across there like that. Okay, then I take a pair of pliers, whatever you can get in there, and I just break that off. Just give it a couple little bends, it'll break off. And then I'll go back with my Dremel and just kind of clean that up right across there. We'll do that. You can do it with a file. Okay, we got a notch made for our front sight. See that? Okay, and I don't put one under the bottom because the front sight, I usually on the front sight, I just pull it out to fill this little short portion up with BBs. I don't know, it'll probably hold 100 or so, that part there, and put it back in. And that's why I don't cut a door or nothing, go through that trouble. Makes the gun too expensive. But anyway, there you go on that part, and this is part 2. So we'll have another part shortly. So if you like the video, that other one cut off on me short, but anyway, if you like the video, hit that like button. Give some comments, you know, if you got a better idea or whatever. And thanks for watching. And if you hadn't subscribed, please do. Thank you.